I want to speak about the xenophobia and Afrophobia that we have practiced here in South Africa today. And I want to challenge you. You say Zimbabweans take your job, Nigerians take your jobs, and you march and close shops and beat up people. Tell us, after doing that, how many jobs have you created? By beating up these Nigerians, by beating up these Ghanaians, by beating up these Zimbabweans, loading them. If you load them, I have not seen anyone being loaded. No one. And you say they take jobs from you. You have beat them up, you have taken them out of the country. How many jobs have you created after that? Because the battle should be about jobs. You beat people because they took your jobs. They ran away. You close a shop that hires 5 people and say they take our jobs. After closing that jobs, how many jobs have you created? Unskilled men with no skill, none whatsoever, say somebody took their job. The only skill they know is to drink Intelis, Impesu, and all of that nonsense, and want to pretend like they are revolutionary as it were. I don't want your vote if you behave like that. Take them away. If the MK wants it, give it to them. I don't want the votes that says to me, I must hate Africans for you to vote for me. I'll never do that. That I must go take an African child out of school, proud elderly person, pushing a child, an African child that looks like you. I must go to a school and push a child that looks like Opano, my child, and say, get out of school. The same way apartheid did, and push Julius out of school, Julius out of school, and saying, you are not worth of education. I must repeat that. I must do that. I will never do that. You can take your votes. Let me die with my conscience very clear. I will never refuse a pregnant woman of African descent to give birth in the clinics of South Africa. Never will I do that. I did not join politics because I wanted to be anything. I joined politics because I saw it as a necessity to unite and fight the apartheid system and deliver the economic freedom to our people. I don't want anything from anyone. Whether you jail me for 5 years, for 7, I don't care. The reason why I'm appealing you, the reason why I'm challenging, it's not for me. It's for my wife and my kids. I can be this strong. My family might not be this strong. I do it for them. Nelson's children, Nelson's wife, when he came out of prison, they were not normal people. Till today, they are not. Nelson was strong, but his family was not. And sometimes we ought to forget about ourselves as revolutionaries and think about our families and what our families are going to go through. I'm not scared of prison because I didn't do anything wrong. I know I'm fighting the system. It hates me for telling the truth. I never lie. No one can ever caught me in a lie. If I'm about to tell a lie, I don't tell at all. I keep quiet. So you'd rather accuse me for not telling you, but you can't accuse me for lying to you. I don't lie. I'm hated for that. I don't go around lying to people. When you lie, I tell you, why do you do that? Why do you lie? I don't lie that whites own the majority of the land. That's our problem. We want the land. Your problem is not Zimbabweans. No Zimbabwean owns the land. You chase them out of the country. Do you have the land? You chase them out of the country. You beat them up. Do you own the factories? Do you own the strategic means of production? Do you own the economy of this country after beating up fellow Africans? And you don't realize that the same people who made you fight each other during apartheid are the same ones who are doing the same. The provinces that are fighting black on black violence are the same that did during apartheid. The tribe that is fighting black on black violence is the one that did during apartheid. At the center of black on black hatred is a state-sponsored and capital-sponsored hatred to distract you from giving you economic opportunities, to make you blame wrong people for your misfortunes. There's no Zimbabwe that took a land from you. There's no Zimbabwe that took a tender from you. There's no Zimbabwe that took a job from you. There are no jobs. The jobs Zimbabweans are doing, you don't want to do them. You are so educated enough to can do those slave jobs. That's why, not that you are lazy. You are not lazy, you know your worth. And you're refusing to do those jobs. That's what I'm hated for saying they've got and stole. The people who stole your land are white conquerors, are white colonialists. It is written in books. No Zimbabwean conquered you, no Nigerian conquered you. Why are you turning your back on what is the true reflection of who we are to want to entertain sponsored contemporary politics that seeks to distract you from why you are unemployed? They are moving you away. Apartheid did the same. It made the ANC to fight with the IFP so that they are distracted from fighting for the liberation of South Africa. The script is the same. The writers of the script are the same people. Why are you not learning from your history? That we are being made stupid. We are being taken advantage of. They are repeating what they did in the past when they went into quarters and made us to fight one another in the hostels and kill each other. Same people are doing it today. You are refusing to think. You are refusing to be critical. You are thinking about the next election. If I say this, I won't get elected. Hell no. I'm not part of a script that is written by apartheid collaborators. I joined the struggle to unite African people and make them to be one. You must never ever claim to love us if you don't love your family. Why do you go around building houses and coming to stand here and pledge a house when your family has got no roof over its head? You are so pretentious. Why don't you have a burial society? When Colin's mother has got a burial society for the box, for the cow, for the tent, for all of that. An old woman like this, when you die, we must all come together and put sense. But you are the biggest bowler here in Joburg, popping champagne. How stupid can you be? Why do you allow apartheid to continue its mentality in you? Why do you seek to impress people? Why do you do that? Your families need you. If you, all of you, look after your families, will not need Colin Mashawan Foundation. If all of you pay maintenance, your children who will not complain about monsters and criminals and drug addicts that you gave birth to and ran away from. You don't have to love their mother. Love your children. Block her, but know a bank account and send the money every month to that bank account to support these children, to avoid them coming to steal from us. All of them who are stealing from us, they are fatherless. The fathers have run away. Colin Mashawan Foundation, please, in the promotions of all of this, promote payment of maintenance. So that it comes from that. We are all blaming government. Where are the fathers of these children? Don't love the mother. It was one night stand at House 22. That's fine. But there is no mistake. The day you have not used condom, that's the day you initiated that pregnancy, you are going to look after it. Even if she says she's pregnant and you are doubting her, The day she says she's pregnant, that's the day you start supporting her, even when you don't love her, because you slept with her without condom. It's the problem starts there. That's it. That's why. And then you must say to her, hey, my insurance wants blood tests so that I can cover the child. Only after that, when there's a DNA evidence, you can deny this child. But the day you went without using condom, it's your child. Once she says it's your child until proven otherwise. To reduce these criminals from the street is not a responsibility of government. President Yawashabi, hey, I spoke for too long. I must stop it here. We'll have another day. The problem, they started very late. I will call and so if rather on time, we'll have a long conversation about who we are. But Colin, let me tell you something. You must never be scared. If this idea comes from the baby, it's your idea. No one has to believe in it. No one. We don't have to believe in it. As long as when you talk about it and when you advocate for it, you feel the fire inside your stomach. You must know it is your idea. It is your baby that you have carried, and you don't care who believes in it. Because the brave ones are not born from a comfort zone. For you to be declared a warrior, for you to be declared fearless, for you to be declared one of the most powerful people in the nation, you should have met monsters and defeated them. When you give birth to an idea, it gets ridiculed. People laugh about it. People joke about it until it stands the test of time. This has stood the test of time. It has survived the days of history. 14 years. Your marriage has not even reached 5 years, some of you. 14 years of Colin Machawan Foundation. It stood the test of time. If you had a doubt, now you have the reason to believe that it was not an idea that is passing by. It's an idea that is here to stay, because the person who came up with this idea believes in that idea. Ask me, I was subject of ridicule. I suffered, I struggled with it. From when I was born, I was a joke of the community. My family was a joke of the community. The poor called my family poor. Today, they can't say the same. Because I had an idea. I will never die with this family being in this situation. I'm going to change it. And I told my grandmother that I'll change this situation. And how are you going to do it? I said, I'm going to get married, and I'm not going to get married to a domestic worker. I'm going to marry a beautiful woman. And then say, okay, the way you like your cleanness, you're going to fight with that woman. I'm like, no, I won't fight with her. I'll have domestic workers. And she laughed at me. Man, domestic worker, I got a domestic worker. I said, no, I'll pay later. I said to her, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to change yours. When I got expelled in the ANC and people went to gather outside their house and kicked their gates and did signs to her that he's gone, you're going to suffer, and she was telling those stories to me, I looked at her and said, I made a commitment to you that I'm going to change your life and the life of this family, and I owe it to you. You must not worry about what happens to me. You will never go back to where you were. Why am I telling you this story? You all have to make that commitment with your families. Yes. Look at them in the eyes and say, I'll do everything legal to make this family a better family, a celebrated family, an exemplary family. And that's what Colin has done to all of us. To become from the rural villages of Venda and become a center of attraction in the city lights of Joburg. We appreciate that. And we appreciate someone who turns the lives of nobody into somebody. Where I come from, in my own township, I've always looked at each and every family that was looked down like my family. And all of them have now got houses. I don't talk about those things. I've built all of them houses. I've taken all of them to schools. The children of my friends who died, all of my friends who died, I take them to school. I don't talk about it. Next to my grandmother's house, every day I feed 700 people every day, not weekend, in the soup kitchen that I've established, that the magistrate ridiculed in her judgment. I don't care how she views it. I don't do it for clouds. I do it because I know what a meal can do. We provide a meal at 3 o'clock so that that meal can serve as a lunch and a supper at the same time in that family. Because those kids must never wonder where the food will come from. Well, that was my problem. What will we eat? What are we going to eat today? And never had an opportunity to be a child. Make those children in your township to be children and enjoy their childhoods by feeding them. Many of you say you pray. Many of you ask God to help people. You kneel down, you even burn candles. You do all sorts of things in a pretentious manner. You say, God, these children don't have clothes and all of that. After your prayer, let's go to your closet and see what's happening in your closet. You still have clothes dating the days of your prayer in your closet. Why are you going to wear them? What are you going to do with them? You ask God to help people, but you can help them immediately with the smallest contribution you can make. Go back to your closet. Those clothes that you have, I did just like it, you're a fashionista. Fashion doesn't work. If you want us to educate you about fashion, we buy clothes every season. We don't keep the clothes of the old season in the new season. There is winter clothes, there is summer clothes. The summer clothes, when winter comes, you donate them, you buy the winter clothes. So stop pretending like you know fashion by keeping so much clothes in your wardrobe and go to church to pray and say, God, help the children, help. But you can help them with the jackets we have. Start now. We're starting tomorrow on Workers' Day to start immediately in our wardrobes to take out everything that is old and give to the poor and build their confidence to become better people tomorrow. Thank you very much.